What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers, bringing in Alex Len, gives them their center, right? Gives them a guy that can slot in, be a big physical interior presence, which the Lakers need. 7 feet, 240, 7'4" wingspan, so he's got good size, good length, good physicality. But more importantly, he's a guy that doesn't shy away from the contact, right? A lot of guys you'll see, like, they have the size, they don't want to bang with the big boys, right? They don't want to be a guy that's on the interior and having to deal with the physicality and stuff, right? Alex Len is a guy that embraces it. He's all for it. He understands, like, that's his role. That's what he's there for. That's what he's supposed to. He's built a career on that, right? He is an athletic big. He can run the floor. He's not as mobile. He's a little more slow-footed than he used to be, right? He early on was a guy that could just, beat everyone down the court and stuff like that, moved and shift over well. He gets beat a lot more than he used to. Defensively, not ideal. I mean, he can block a shot or two. He can grab, get you a steal or two a game. But there's more to defense than obviously a block or a steal, right? Like, it's how well can he move his feet? How well does he defend in the pick and roll, right? Can he be that rim protector? He can, as long as he's not on an island, right? If you basically are just getting blown by and now he's got to, then he's cooked, right? Like, he's probably either drawing the foul or they're getting a bucket. But he's a guy that if you kind of funnel that player into him, he can kind of come in and clean it up. And not just that, with his size, with his length, and again, his physicality, he's a guy that's going to be able to deter shots and people getting to the basket and stuff like that. So, again, I like the idea of Alex Len. But question is, obviously, Luka, right? LeBron James too, right? But Luka, they're bringing in these centers more for Luka than anybody. Because even LeBron said, Luka's going to be the guy that's on ball. Luka and Reeves are on ball. I'll figure out. I will work around them, right? Let those two be those two. I'll work around them. So I do believe and imagine LeBron's going to be on ball, but Luka's probably going to be, they're getting these guys for Luka, right? So with that being said, how does Alex Len, how would him and Luka as a pairing, as a duo work? Well, I think it's going to work very well for a couple reasons, right? The obvious one is the lob threat, right? Luka loves to get that dribble penetration, get into the teeth of defense, get into the interior, and then when the defense collapses, it's easy lob, right? Especially if the big man's running, coming from the corner, or, setting the pick, rolling, or being the slip man, whatever, right? So Luka is always constantly, you even saw Jackson Hayes, is constantly, every time he got to the basket, just keeping an eye on Luka, because at any point, Luka's throwing that bad boy up, and he's got to go up and get it, right? So just like we saw Jackson Hayes benefit from LeBron and Luka, Alex Len's going to benefit in the same way, right? Because he's a guy that's going to be able to get up there and go get it. And again, has the wingspan, has the size, has the length. He can get up still. So that's going to be in his favor. That's going to be a real benefit for him on the offensive side of things. But beyond that, a couple of things that he does really well is setting the screens, are good physical screens, right? So obviously you have the screen and roll game. You can even run kind of not necessarily a pick and pop. He's not this 15 out guy, but he does have a nice little kind of leaner, kind of little hook shot, kind of little floater with either hand on the inside. So, you could have some things where, Luka's driving, getting the penetration, getting to the rim, and then a little bounce pass to the rolling Alex Len, who can just gather, go up, finish at the rim with either hand, finish strong, finish through some contact. That's a big thing, right? His ability to finish through the contact. So you kind of got that action, right? And then also just being the lob threat as he's rolling to the basket. But also he's really good at kind of slipping, right? So you'll see at times he'll set the pick or go to set the pick, and then you'll see the guy kind of slip towards the basket. So you're going to have a lot of just easy lobs. You have a lot of easy dump passes in which he can gather and then go up. And like I said, he can finish around the rim. He does have a little bit of a post-game work, not enough to where it's oh man, you want, he's not Nikola Jokic or a Vucevic or anything out there, or even a Jonas Valanciunas, right? You're not trying to dump the ball down to him and just, okay, it's Lin time, let him go to work, right? But another big thing, and arguably the biggest thing, outside rebounding is probably the biggest, but another real gem about Alex Len's game is his passing. He's actually a very good passer, particularly out of the post, right? And when the double team collapses and stuff, he's really good at just like surveying, right? You can run your offense through him at times. So you can run actions, like where maybe you have Alex Len at the top of the key and surveying and making passes, right? Like, or even at like kind of like the free throw line or like kind of like the 10-foot range, and just have, like when Jared Vanderbilt and Dorian Finney-Smith are crashing from the corners or stuff, or just being the backdoor guy, right? Like he can just kind of give you those little dump passes or stuff. Or if he's at the free throw line, he can kind of, square up and then survey and find any cutters and feed those guys, feed that man. Luka, you can run a 2-man game with him, right? Like, kind of give this like give and go action and in either direction, right? Like where you could have something where Alex Len has the ball, boom, gives it up to Luka, he cut slips Luka back to him, and then he's finishing at the rim. Or you could go the other way where Luka's giving it up to Alex Len is kind of taking his guy off the dribble, Luka's coming in, right? Boom, easy bounce pass, or kind of over the top pass, Luka gathers, goes up, finishes at the rim. So you have this versatility with Alex Len that is very valuable to this team, right? Like he is a very good passer. He's not, again, I don't want to like oversell the passing, but it is one of his better attributes, right? That he's the guy that can make that pass, make the read. He's good at surveying and, the 3 count, right? Get the ball and it's 1, 2, 3, and you're making a move, right? So he gets the ball and just like surveying. Okay, boom, right? Another guy that was really good, like if you watched Colin Castleton, like say what you want about him, right? Little disappointing, but he was really good at kind of the 3 count, right? He was really good at just like quick decisions, making the pass, right? Or just taking guys off the dribble, right? Catches the ball, keeps it over top, boom, boom, boom. Okay, nothing, let me go, right? And again, that's going to be valuable playing alongside the high IQ guys like Luka, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, because they're going to be moving, they're going to be doing their thing when Alex Len has the ball, and because he can actually get the ball to his target and actually make those plays and make those reads. It's just another guy that gives you that versatility, right? Another IQ guy that can be out there that's going to make the right reads and the right plays. There's value in that. Right? Like, again, like beyond obviously him being a lob threat and all that stuff, like there's value in Alex Len being this kind of versatile offensive weapon out there on the basketball court that you just don't get with Jackson Hayes. Right? You don't really want Jackson Hayes kind of surveying and making decisions, right? That's why usually if he comes up and he catches the ball, it's just immediate handoff, right? Like, but Alex Len gives you all those things as well as gives you some other stuff. But I also think it's just a guy that will be able to develop that relationship with Luka. He's also a guy I wouldn't mind keeping even next season for a vet minimum, right? Like, you're still going to need big men. You're still going to need centers. And I really do think that Luka is going to like Alex Len because of his size and physicality, right? You can't miss him, right? And again, he can still get up. So you're still going to have that lob threat. He's still going to be able to get into the teeth of the defense. He's still going to be able to survey, and if that defense collapses, then you got that lob, right? He's not like, like a Mason Plumlee athletically, right? Where, Mason Plumlee can jump through the gym, but he is a guy that can get up there, if the pass is a little off or whatever. But Luke is very good at just like hitting those points every time. It's one of like the things that's so great. Like Luka and LeBron, like those are guys that are they're really good at just like, you want it right here, guess where the ball is going? Right there every time. Boom, boom, right? So Alex Len is really going to benefit from playing alongside a guy like Luka. I mean, Luka's going to make every center he plays with look like an all-star center, right? Like Alex Len, obviously it depends on how many minutes he plays, the role he plays, how many opportunities he gets, stuff like that. But let's assume he gets 25 minutes a game, right? I think he'll be minimum 8 to 12 points. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a double-double guy. So you're probably looking like 8 to 12 points. And then probably 8 rebounds, 6 to 8 rebounds. Be safe, say 6 to 8 rebounds. I think he'll give you, 2 to 3 assists a night. I think he'll give you a steal and a block and a half, maybe 2 blocks a night. Right? I just think that there's a lot of value that he brings to this team alongside Luka, and I think that those two as like a bit of a pairing I do think can really kind of help the Lakers. Again, I don't look at Alex Len as this guy that's like, oh, that's it. Lakers, give him the championship now. Like, what are we doing? We got Alex Len now, right? But he is better than people give him credit for. He is better than people think. He's going to be serviceable. He's going to be fine. Would I have rather have had a Mark Williams or something like that? Sure, of course. But I think Alex Len will be able to play the role, give you the production and stuff that you're looking to get, and I think it'll be fine. I really do. I think the Lakers will be good in that regard. But no, time will tell. We'll see. Obviously, they got to build that chemistry. They got to build that rapport before they actually, before you see the vision that I'm painting in this video. All right. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you like the Alex Len pickup? Do you not like it? Do you think him and Luka will be a good duo in that sense? I feel whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.